Good afternoon, everyone. It is good to see all of you again. We met virtually just a few weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to the conversation that we will have, a continuing conversation about the work we will do together, our partnership, and the commitments that we are prepared to make with each other around the issues that challenge us, but also the opportunities that are presented. As neighbors in the Western Hemisphere, the United States shares common bonds and interests with Caribbean nations. As I said when we convened 6 weeks ago, our partnership is key to our shared prosperity and security. Today, our main focus will be the climate crisis, which, of course, is an existential crisis for our entire planet. And the Caribbean is on the front line of this crisis. In our last meeting, we discussed your priorities as it relates to this issue and many others. And I indicated that the United States would look into these issues and work with you as we seek to resolve the challenges that each of our nations are presented with. And I committed that we would develop a plan. Today, I'm pleased to announce the launch of the United States-Caribbean Partnership to address the climate crisis, also known as PAC, P-A-C-C, 2030. PAC 2030 is the United States government's primary mechanism for addressing energy security and the climate crisis in this region. Through this partnership, we will support energy infrastructure and climate resilience projects at every stage of development from beginning to end in 4 particular ways. First, we will work with you to identify new clean energy projects. Second, we will provide technical assistance to make sure these projects are viable and appealing not only to you, but to investors. We will bring, then, investors to the Caribbean on essentially road shows to showcase the projects. And fourth, and finally, we will improve access, and importantly, we will improve access to development financing, which will make these projects a reality. We will engage with the private sector at every stage of this work because, of course, their involvement is essential to making this productive and meaningful. When we accelerate the transition to clean energy, I think we all believe that we unlock great economic opportunities for the entire region. When we work together to address this urgent threat, it benefits the people of the United States and the people of the Caribbean. And all of us, of course, benefit by reducing emissions. In conclusion, strengthening the U.S.-Caribbean relationship is a priority for me. And regarding the climate crisis, it is one of our highest priorities, but there are other issues that are also very important that we can and must address together. I want to thank all of the leaders for being here. Again, welcome to Los Angeles, to California, and I look forward to a meaningful conversation and a productive conversation, meaning that out of our conversations thus far, we have actually taken action, and I look forward to continuing to do just that. And with that, I now invite Dr. Carla Barnett, the Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, also known as CARICOM, to share a few words.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President. It is really a good opportunity for us to have an exchange. It is the Caribbean community and the Dominican Republic who is here, and so I'd like to pay due regard to the presence of the Honorable President of the Dominican Republic. We are aware that the COVID-19 pandemic has created a situation that is really set many of our countries back. We've seen double-digit declines in the last 2 years. And it's had a really disproportionate impact on the already overwhelmed socioeconomic fabric of the Caribbean. There is overwhelming evidence that the pandemic disrupted every segment of society, and it brought the inequalities to the forefront. And among these, of course, are the issues of energy and resilience and the impact of climate, which also impacts our countries differently because of the inherent inequalities. So we are pleased to be here. We do wish to continue our advocacy for global solutions to the COVID-19 pandemic. We feel that the situation requires us to continue to focus on that. In relation to climate and energy, our member states are heavily dependent on fossil fuels for our energy needs. Oil and gas reserves are concentrated in a few of our countries, but we are predominantly net energy importers, and therefore for us, energy security is a critical matter, even as we seek to transition our energy systems to more modern, clean, and reliable supplies of renewable energy. Our position is to optimize our indigenous sources as we make that judicious transition to renewable resources. We are therefore pleased to have this conversation. We are aware that our own public sector fiscal constraints limit the extent to which our governments can finance a transition to renewables, and therefore the undertaking to provide sources of financing that our private sector can access is really very important. So with those few words, I would want to finish, and we look forward to an excellent conversation, Madam Vice President. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And with that, I thank the press. We're going to now begin our conversation.